Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Sam, and in this tutorial we're going to make a website exactly like this with header, sidebar, main and footer just with CSS Grid with responsive design for mobile view. This is our menu, this is main, and this is the navigation bar, and this is the footer for mobile views. I use VS Code as my editor, and this is my background image for the website. I'm going to make a folder for image and put the background image inside it. Now I'm going to make index.html. Now for CSS files, I'm going to make a folder with CSS and the file inside it with the name style.css. There is an extension for VS Code called live server, and I'm going to open my HTML file with live server to see live change. This is our HTML file. So we are going to write some basic HTML code. We have header, main, side, and footer with the same class name and the same content. I put main upper than the side because of the priority for SEO. Now I'm gonna add all the content in container div for grid view and format the code. I want to write a meta for mobile views. And add a link for my CSS. In all my projects, I use box sizing border box for all the elements, and for body, border none, margin and padding 0. Now I want to define some places for my CSS codes. For example, start header from here and end header in this part, and exactly the same for the side, main and footer. This is our example website, uncertainty.notes.info. Now you can see this borders, this space is a little hard to make with CSS, but with CSS Grid we're gonna add this space to our grid as a row. In the container we're gonna use display CSS Grid, and for the grid we should look at the website. 120 pixels for the header, 16 pixels for the space, auto for the main, and 16 pixels for this space, and 120 pixels for footer. As you can see, we have a sidebar here and with variable width. For this approach, I gonna use min-max function in CSS with 100 pixel and 300 pixel for the maximum width, and auto for the main. And for grid template area, we have two sections for header, one section for the side and one section for header. Before that, a border top and border bottom after the main, and two sections for footer. And now just we should define the place for header, grid area header, the place for sidebar, grid area side, and for main, grid area main, and for footer, grid area footer. I just want to add a div for horizontal lines with class border top and border bottom. Now add border to the class border top and class border bottom, grid area border top and grid area border bottom, and add the border. For example, right now temporary black. And at the border left for the main. As you can see, it's exactly like the website. Top, bottom, and main. And in our website, we have the border, top, left, and bottom of the main. Now I want to add a fixed background to the page. Right now it's in front of our text, so within Z index, I'm gonna put it behind our text. You can see it works. And for the container, I want to see the footer bottom of the page. Now it's bottom of the page. And change the black border to this color. It's exactly like this website. And in the left sidebar we have this line. You can see. Let's add a div inside the sidebar with a class name border menu and style it in style.css. For example, here border menu and this border. You can see we have a horizontal line. Let's go straight ahead to make our menu. Inside the header we have logo and menu. Inside the logo we have title, sunset FB, and a navbar. For our menu, we have a list inside the menu, ULLIA and span 6 times, home, about, resource, gallery, archives, contact. I'm gonna make a grid for header. With 1 row and 2 columns. And change the order of logo and menu, order 1. For the logo we have background image by liner gradients to the right, from orange to the yellow. And now I want to put the H1 at the right bottom of the logo. For this approach, I want to use display grid. You can use flex or use position, absolute and relative. In this one, I want to make margin 0 and justify self in and align self in. Now it's time for our menu. I want to change the style of all links in our page. Sorry for my mistake, I should add these properties, background display and grid in the nav UL. Now we should style the anchor tag inside the navbar. I want to use display grid for make the items exactly inside in the center. You can use flexbox. Now I want to add border to the menu items. Now it's time to make a hover effect. Right now we are finished with the menu. We are going to make the sidebar. In the sidebar, I want to copy and paste this content. We have two H1 and two another list and a div for horizontal line and a paragraph under it. I want to style all the links in the page to orange. And all the H1 tags to the color something like yellow. And all the paragraphs to the white color. Now it's time to footer. We will put a paragraph and the text inside it. Now it's time to spend time for the main content. I mean this text. Copy and paste the text inside the main, including some H1 key, and it's done, finished. You can see we need a H1 span inside the H1 for the white color with color. This is our page. And now it's time to make it responsive for mobile devices. For the screen size smaller than 700 pixels. First of all, I should change the container grid. Copy and paste inside the media and get rid of the unchanged code, the code we don't want to change. .300 pixel for the menu. And delete the sidebar column. And now you can see we don't have any row or footer section. So we add auto height for navigation bar and for footer 120 pixels. And for the header section, we have grid with 2 rows and 1 column. And for the menu, I want a vertical menu with 6 rows and 1 column. And the minimum height of 300 pixels. And for the main, we should delete the border, left border, you can see. And I don't like the border menu inside the sidebar, display now. And for footer, I want to add border top, exactly like this. As you can see, our website is working very well for big devices and small devices. Everything is fine. And here in the menu you can see we have a right border. I'm gonna delete it. Here we should delete it in media query. Right border none. Yes, it's okay. And I think everything is perfect and our website working very well. Thank you for watching this video and see you in next lectures. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.